Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry. And Coach, this past week was kind of upset city in the CAA as UNCW goes down, Delaware goes down, and unfortunately the Tigers go down as three of the top teams losing to teams that have had a rough go. Let's start with that. Your game against Hampton on Saturday, I guess we can chalk it up really to one thing, and that's poor shooting.
Yeah, and I don't want to discredit, upsets, so-called upsets are part of the deal. And our league this year is, almost anybody can beat anybody. I thought our guys played hard. We got off to like 6-0 start. Then they shelled us. We were a little bit late, I thought, on some coverages, but they shot the ball well. And then we got back in the game, and we changed ball screen coverage, which obviously I wasn't hoping that we'd have to do. But I think the big thing you just touched on, we didn't make shots, not just from three, but we got 55% of our shots within 5 feet of the rim, which is a lot. The difficulty was we only made 37% of those, which is not a good number in college basketball. So that is an area of improvement right now. I'm not going to lie. It's obviously, if you studied us all year, that's been a little bit of an Achilles heel for us. So hopefully it's something we can quickly fix as we get ready for Monmouth.
And you bring up Monmouth, who will be at TU Arena on Thursday, and the first time you played them, you only shot 26% from the field and still were in the ball game the whole way. So if you do raise that percentage just a little bit, there's a different outcome.
We've had, we have not shot the ball great around the rim and at the foul line. I think coming into the season, I was really worried about making threes, but we had said as a staff, if we can get to 35%, we thought that would be the magic number, and it's kind of right where we're at. So it's not threes. If anything, I think we probably got to get up more threes. We've got to figure out how to finish better. Around the rim and at the free throw line, but I don't think it's from a lack of effort at all from our guys. We lead the conference in offensive rebounding and free throw rate, so some good things. But we like I said, we've got to finish better. And the Monmouth game early on was we played excellent defense against a very good offensive club. We had a tough night making shots. We've unfortunately had some of those. I can't tell you I'm totally shocked at that. I'm probably more shocked that they've been more shots around the rim than from the perimeter at times.
All right, so this week you've got Monmouth, you've got Charleston. Monmouth, as we said, was your first conference game of the year. Tough battle, one of those rock fights that you talk about all the time. You lost 51-43. Then Charleston comes in for the home finale at TU Arena. Place should be rocking both nights. But Charleston, you beat down there by 4 in what was more of a shootout than a rock fight. So two teams coming in where the first time you played, pace of both games were completely different.
Yeah, but I still think coming into this game for this week for us, starting against Monmouth is, can we control tempo? And a big piece of that will be, can we finish and not lose the ball? One thing Monmouth does really well, they lead the conference in blocking shots. So we've got to do a good job around the rim because that'll help our defense, which right now is best in the conference, and that'll also help our ability to dominate the glass, which will be important against both these teams. So that's kind of been the focus on practice this week. And then when we're talking Monmouth, you start with Xander Rice. I mean,
could be Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how he's not, but he's he's averaging I think 23.5 points. But then even more impressive on the road, he's averaging over 25 points a game. So just, obviously it's King's son. I consider King a friend. He's done a great job. But what a year that the kid has had. I mean, he made, they beat us. He scored the last 16 points of the game. I think we went up 4 to down 8 or up 6. You know what I mean? So the guy's had an unbelievable. You see the game against Campbell? He banked in 2 shots in, I think it was 5 seconds to back-to-back 3-point shots to win the game. So he's made some sensational plays all year long.
And they have their record is really odd. They're 8-0 at home in the conference, and they're 0-6 on the road in the conference. I don't know that I've ever seen that this late in the season.
We'll see if you can make that happen on Thursday night. Give them a call. They're good. The kid Collins had a great freshman year. He can shoot it. Spence is a veteran. Nikita, the transfer from Tulsa, is very good. And then they have very good freshmen. Valencia and Abdi and Robinson. They have a really good freshman class. They get a good club.
And then Saturday, the finale. Always an important day for you, Autism Awareness Day. Tigers are having a blue out. We hope everybody will show up in blue. And, it's been a really good year at TU Arena. Let's finish it off with a real bang.
That'd be great, right? Saturday against Charleston, who's obviously in first place. Probably another Charleston battle. Pat Kelsey's done a great job there. They're loaded with talent. It's a blue out. It's going to be a sellout. And we got to go all out. How you like that?
There you go. So that'll do it for this edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. Jimmy Patsos and I will have the game for you Thursday night against Monmouth on MeTV, but we want to see you here at TU Arena, and then Saturday at noon against Charleston. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry, I'm Spiro Marikas. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great week.